All right, welcome to another edition of the Social Proof Podcast, where we try to find people who have social proof, meaning they have done something and they can teach somebody else how to do it. Why? Because they've done it already. And I'm really excited about having you on. Not that I was super aware, but Jose was so excited. You know what I'm saying? He's like, yo, you gotta have more. Yo, you got. I'm like, who? Here's the crazy thing. He put us in a group chat and he said, yo, Dave, this is my man Byron, right?
Yep.
This is my man Byron. We gotta make this happen. And in my head, I'm like, make what happen? What are we talking about? He's like, oh yeah, the podcast. I said, all right, well, dope. So I really feel like there's gonna be a real genuine conversation, because one, I'm super interested in what you do based on what I heard, but two, your reputation precedes you. So I know you were on EYL podcast and really just doing some amazing things. So man,
appreciate you.
Welcome to the show. Go on and introduce yourself.
Yes, sir. Well, thank you
to the people and me.
Man, well, thank you for having me. And this is like amazing, because at the end of the day, like you said, it happens so fast. Yeah. But I'm Byron, one half of the Mobile Home Elite Investors. My queen, Sharnice Williams, is the other half. And what we created is the Mobile Home Elite Investors, where we teach people how to get tapped into the unsexy part of real estate, mobile homes, right?
Mobile homes.
Yes. And most people, we say mobile homes, they're like, trailers? Like, you for real, like 8 Mile, like Trailer Park Boys. And we like, yes. And it's money in those? And it's like, yes. And so, we got started back in 2018. And, we never turned around, but, like everybody's success story, the rise and fall, which we can definitely, dive deeper into it. It's been an incredible journey. And just to even say, we have the largest platform in the world is kind of mind blowing at times.
We have the largest platform in the world for what?
Mobile home investing, teaching mobile home investing.
Really?
Yes.
How long you been doing it?
Since November 2018.
And where are you from?
Chicago.
They got mobile homes in Chicago.
So yes, on the outskirts, we got one mobile home park in Chicago. We don't touch it, but yes, it's over in Illinois. It's over 1,091 mobile home communities.
Really?
Yes. All
right. So, like, walk me through like where you're at now in terms of how you got to be number one, and then we'll go backwards.
For sure. So, long story short, March 3rd, 2017 was the day I was fired from my job. And,
you said March
3rd, 2017.
2017, gotcha.
Fired from my job, was in the transportation industry for 10 years. And, that's when I decided, like, I'm going full speed entrepreneurship. And I was in a life coaching program, just really dive into personal development. Spent over $15K in credit on personal development, because I knew I had to get my mind right. And fast forward, I was driving Lyft because times got tough, right? Yeah. Driving Lyft, and I came across a podcast that was talking about mobile home investing. So I'm just like, okay. So my passengers at the time was just like, yo, can you turn that off? Because I used to make my passengers listen to my podcast. Like, turn that off. I'm like, okay. So I sent it to the queen. I got home. She was super excited. Like, really? Yo, like, we doing this. I'm like, for real? She like, we doing this. What
did you hear that got you excited about investing in mobile homes?
Low cost. So the lady has said how she bought mobile homes for $5,000 and she'd turn around and make profits of $10,000, $15,000. And we just like, wait, I think we can come up with at least $5,000, right? And that was really intriguing. And my girl, she had been a social worker before, and she really wanted to dive back into affordable housing. And for myself, I was big on helping as well and giving. So it just all really meshed together. And we started diving in. It wasn't that much information online about mobile home investing. It was a few YouTube channels, but we didn't really have a mentor. We didn't really know what we were doing. So we just immediately just start just going on Google Maps. Typing in mobile home parks, seeing everything around us. And we start calling mobile home parks. Literally, we'll call 50 a day. And we was getting a bunch of no's. No, we don't do that. Some welcoming. And my girl came across a guy who had some mobile homes on Facebook. And he was selling one for $6,000, the other one for $1,500. And we was just like, okay, let's go ahead and dive in. So the next night, I went on Lending Club. Mind you, my credit was bad. I went on Lending Club. My girl still had decent credit, and we took out a higher interest loan for $10,000, 24% interest rate. So we just like, okay, we got the money, we got approved.
So all this personal development, was it buying courses on mobile homes, or it's just straight like I need to get my mind right?
Straight, I need to get my mind right. Learning how to become present. Learning how to get rid of those stories in the past and just really just diving into self and knowing self work. And it definitely paid off, when we got to that position. And so we ended up talking to the guy. We went to go see the homes, and my girl's like, make him an offer. She's like, offering $4,000, and I was like, are you crazy? 4,000? Like, come on, and sold. She's like, offering $4,000, Byron. We're gonna get this package. So I had to listen to my queen offering $4,300.
I can't wait to meet her. Yeah, she like somebody
she
you
a
need
beast.
to know.
She a beast. And she said, so I offered him $4,300. He was like, so I'm surprised we got 2 mobile homes for $4,300. So my girl was mad at me because again, she like, well, I told you to say 4,000. I'm just like, babe, like we got this. So one of the houses we had to put $3,000 into it, and we turned around and sold those both in 45 days. One for $10,000, the other one for $9,500.
Wow!
So we made $19,500, and we were just like, "This it. Let's just keep on doing this." And we paid off our loan and dove right back into it.
Wow! First experience, you profited $15,000.
Yes.
Insane.
Yeah, it's crazy.
What gave you the audacity to say, "Yo, we're just gonna go all in on this"? Though because it wasn't like you did a whole lot of research.
Yeah, so for one, we was broke, right? I had the whole story, car repossessed, broke. My roommates, I was owing him money from renting, things like that. And I had nothing else to lose, right? I had been through the fire, and it was just like, let's take a chance on ourselves. we're gonna lose 10,000. It is what it is. Well, I've already lost a lot more. So, when it worked, it was, it was great because before that, honestly, I tried a lot of stuff, man. I tried MLMs before that, desperate for cash. I was, you know how it be, man.
Yeah, that person in the front of the room talking about their name is 6 figures. You like, word, 6 figures, let's go. Sign me up.
Hey, man, cars showing me everything. And, I had started a marketing company, that didn't do too well. And so when something worked, it was just like, okay, let's just keep on duplicating this. And in the midst of that, by a third deal, I said, we got to teach people this. Because every time we told somebody mobile homes, they was just like, trailers? Yeah. You make money on it? And we'll show them. It's just like, okay, well, like, let me see what you do. And it's like, this is the proof. We just told you, we just turned, $7,000 into $19,500. Like, what's up? And it's just we dove after we got to about deal 15. That's when we started putting the program together.
Gotcha. All right. So, how big is your business now?
Wow. So we've taught. Since we've taught over 3,500 students. They bought the course. I'm not even talking about. We have an ebook as well. I think the ebook we're probably right at about 2,000 people. We get testimonials every day in our DMs. I've probably witnessed over 200 testimonials of people in Atlanta is where the most testimonials come from.
Really?
Yes.
First off, you have the course. Do you got an affiliate link for your boy?
You already know.
Hold me down.
You already know I got you.
Go get this course. Just click the link. Help support this podcast while buying this course because I want to get the course myself. Yes. But so in terms of, do you have a lot of mobile homes yourself?
Yes. So the beautiful thing about it, when I was on EYL, I declared, I say, hey, my goal is to get a mobile home park. Well, we just actually closed on our first mobile home park in July, a 51 unit with a single family house on that one. And
hold on, 51 units. So the mobile homes come with the land?
Yes.
So it's like an apartment.
Yes. So think about it, it's just a flat, almost, I tell people mobile home parks are commercial real estate. Just imagine just a flat apartment complex.
And it just has the 51 units on it.
51 units on the land. And so the mobile home park business, you're in the land business, right? Because here's the beautiful thing about it. Most of our tenants already own their home. And for us, we collect land, just like HOA fees, right?
Gotcha.
So it's called lot rent. So for example, our current lot rent, our park is in Greensburg, Pennsylvania. Our current lot rent is $425, right? So that $425 per unit to pay. So that's for as long as that mobile home is parked there, you're gonna forever get paid.
Ooh. So you got your first unit.
Yeah.
Your first actual lot.
Yes.
So do do you still have other mobile homes, or you kind of put all your eggs in the basket of lots?
So the good thing about it, last tax season, we gave everybody the opportunity to pay off, because we normally do rent to own when we first started, because that was a way to cash flow. And we understood that, you know, we always want to provide affordable housing. You're paying us, you know, anywhere from $400 to upwards to $500 a month for that home. So when tax season came, we just say, hey, listen, you know, trade in your taxes, own your home. So we got rid of most of our inventory. I think I actually have one left. I don't know why. It's like a problem home that I had. I had everything wrong with it. And then actually just by the grace of God, today, our partner is actually closing on 3 mobile home parks. Again, in Pennsylvania, so that'll put us up to a total of 217 units.
Are you gonna teach me how to do that?
I got you.
Because that's dope. So you get the mobile homes, then you like kind of liquidate your mobile homes to get a mobile home park, and then that's where the residual.
Yes.
I was actually, you know, Terica Smith, female real estate guru. She's awesome.
I'm gonna check out.
She actually, she develops communities, and she was telling me about the HOA fees. She was like, yo, that's the money. She's like, yo, I don't even touch that. That just goes to my kids. But it's every single month for HOA fees. And it goes to the president or the land developer. Yep. So I want to get into the nuts and bolts on how we do it, but you got to take me back before you started. Okay. You know what I'm saying? Like, where was your headspace? Yes. And how do you be like, where were you a few years before you started?
Oh man. So, you know, I would say it really began 2015. That's when that journey was. I tell people all the time, whereas I started, you know, I was hanging with friends, chasing girls all the time, you know, just wasting my money, smoking weed, playing 2K, and my life wasn't going anywhere, right? And you know, I had read something that said, you know, your net worth is around the people that you're with. And every payday we was discussing how broke we was. Like that was our thing, to say how broke we was. And that was just kind of the you know, the light bulb was like, yo, this ain't you, B. You got way more potential than this. So I remember diving in. My first book I read was called 6 Months to Six Figures, author named Peter Vogt. He was a young guy, and it kind of it really hit home. And that's when I started tapping in the ET. I'm starting hearing more, you know, motivation. And so I got real curious. And at the time I was in Chicago, a neighborhood called Bronzeville. And at that, you know, that was a black neighborhood. It was pretty good. And I was like, yo, I need to move, because when I'm living in, I'm just broke. I'm check to check. I got $150 every 2 weeks. And so I ended up moving. My buddy had a space.
Working with, what was you doing for $150 every 2 weeks?
Want to hear something? I was making $57,000 a year, but I had so much debt that every check was already gone, and that I would be juggling that $150.
Wow.
I had a Cadillac. My car note was like $560. You know, I'm still trying to remain G'd up. But yeah, man, just priorities wasn't good.
Yeah.
So I moved to a neighborhood called Washington Park in Chicago, and Washington Park is kind of notorious for, you know, the things you hear about Chicago. And ended up moving to that neighborhood, and that's where I was able to kind of just start really, really diving in. I ended up getting a life coach, and then that same program, I ended up going through a life coach program, and that's what really shifted my mindset.
Why did you feel like you needed a life coach?
I remember listening to a gentleman named by Willie Cauley. I was listening to a podcast, and he said a life coach changed his life. And I'm like, if this brother say that, then I think I must need this too, right? So let me tap in, and that's what I end up getting, and you know, that really helped peel back layers of my story, right? Of all the obstacles that I was getting in my way, and just me thinking, you know, just small, right? And not really believing in myself, and, you know, utilizing, you know, the story of me growing up and what my parents didn't give me, just all the BS, right? And not taking accountability. And that just really helped. And it helped me step outside my comfort zone. Like, my coach was the one telling me, like, yo, go drive Lyft and talk to people. And I'm like, what? He like, just go drive Lyft and talk to people, have conversations. So I remember just be driving, telling, yeah, I'm a life coach. Yeah, you know, and just trying to like just get clients through driving. I know sometimes it's like, yo, bro, just drive me to my location. You know what I'm saying? I don't care what you're talking about right now. And then sometimes I'll have great conversations. And
did you pick up any clients?
No, I never got a client. I would do like free sessions though on long rides though.
Right. Oh, I bet. But I can't imagine like getting into my car and they telling me how to be successful in my life. And they be like, yo, man, hit me with that 5-star review, man. Hit me with that 5-star. I appreciate that. So you're going through like, and I guess that wasn't, your coach is telling you not for like to build a career, but to get you comfortable talking.
Yeah, exactly.
It's almost therapeutic for you.
It was. And and at that time, I did a lot of mentoring. That was one thing. I always put the kids first. I still mentor. I got 10 boys that I still mentor. But I think I tell people I was giving so much. I will always talk to them about entrepreneurship because I'm like, I wish somebody was telling me when I was 16 how to be an entrepreneur.
For sure.
And I mentored. It's a neighborhood in Chicago called the Garfield Park neighborhood, and we ran a 5K as well. I was the vice president of a nonprofit, so it was a lot of giving during that time. I was still learning what I was learning, but I just wanted to be involved in so much, and that really, really helped me. Doing that journey. And me and my queen, again, when those times start getting a little bit tough, she had my back. Out of anybody, she had my back. I tell people, my parents, I had 3 interventions. Come home, Byron, you need to get a job. You got a degree. It's no reason why you should be out here struggling. Like, Mom, I'm telling you guys, no, this. And I mean, they had to give me groceries. I was out here bad, but it was just, I knew it was light on the end of that tunnel. Like, no matter what it was. And, I tell people, God just showed me mobile home investing. It was kind of like I tell people, if God would have showed me a year before, like, hey, you'll be doing mobile home investing, I'm like, God, listen, I know that's cool and all, but what about them multifamily units? You know what I mean? Get me in the big leagues. And he created a path for us that, man, I mean, it's just it's pure abundance.
Yeah. Do you feel like anything at that time could have worked? Like, in terms of this is how I feel when I started my t-shirt company. I tried and failed so many things. For me, it was just time to be successful. Like, I don't. If I'd have came across like real estate at that time, I'd have been ready.
Yep.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So it just so happened that like you're going through this personal development and you can like see opportunity now.
Oh yeah. I mean, I knew it was coming. It was just the biggest thing for me is just don't give up. I didn't know when, but it was just like, don't give up. And that's what kept me. And it got fun, right? It was like some of those losses was like, yep. I mean, it's not worse than the last time that it happened. So, and it got real fun. And, and I think when people start like, family and friends start seeing like, yo, Byron, like you dedicated, bro, you different, bro. Like, I know you're going to be good. And then that, that does something for your confidence as well.
So you and were you married? Are you married now?
No, not yet. But I told her 2021, and I'm 2021? So everybody know 2021.
It's on camera now.
2021. All right, y'all can expect. You know what I mean?
Pressure on you like that, brother. It's for real now.
Yes.
So you guys started one property. You put. You bought it for $4,300, so you turned pretty much 73. You put another $3,000 in, 7,300, flipped it for 19.7.
19.5.
19.5. What do we do with the money?
So we went and paid half the loan back, right? And then we went right back. So our next deal, we found a home for $3,000, and we was like, yo, let's get some cash flow in. So we end up putting on terms. The lot rent at that park was $372, and what we asked for was $428. So how it normally works is with rent to own, but most people when they invest in mobile home parks, I tell people you almost have to split your margins with the park, right? Because the park has to get theirs. We talked about the lot fee, and then that's how you get your cash flow. Now, how we determine that is what's the average rent in the area, and we always try to make ourselves competitive because we understand it's affordable housing. So that joint we was getting right at $800, and that one we put them on terms for 60 months. So we turned that $3,000 into $25,000 in 5 years. Right now, we end up, like I said, we cut that short, but we was like, yo, if we keep doing these, oh man, that's some amazing cash flow right there. And so,
all right, so real quick, because I wanna make sure I'm understanding the mobile home that you bought. It was for sale. Where'd you find it for sale?
On Facebook.
On Facebook. So the owner of the home, were they living in it?
No, her husband had just passed, and she was just looking to get out of it.
Just okay, got you. Just liquidate. And I can imagine that could be a headache though, like having them, because it not in a disrespectful way, but a lot of times in that scenario when your living expenses are low, that means you're making a lower income, and it comes with its own set of problems.
Yes.
'Right?
So the good thing about the mobile home community is a lot of times, it It depends because, normally you can say it's lower income, but you'll be surprised. Some people, they've grown up in mobile homes, just like the hood, right? Some people still live in the hood, but next door may be a millionaire. It's the same thing in mobile home community. You see, the affordability allows them to live their life. So we've had tenants that literally Mercedes Benz, or just this huge, F-150s with huge wheels, just living their best life, traveling. And then we've had some we had to help that, again, just due to situations. I tell people this is the only sector where you can make $15 an hour and have a roof over your head, not live in an apartment, right? And also mobile homes are the only non-subsidized affordable housing left in America.
Explain non-subsidized.
So Section 8, right? So, Section 8, you got to make, depending on where you're at, 9 out of 10, you got to make less than like 25,000, sometimes even less than that, right? To get qualified. Where mobile home parks don't get the benefit. The government don't really look at the mobile home parks. It's kind of like that loss, like, oh, okay, that's cool. And now you guys do what you do, right? So the mobile home sector is the only sector where you can actually live for this affordable price and not be on Section 8.
That makes sense. Gotcha. Because you have to make a certain amount of money to not have to pay these high living expenses.
Exactly. Yes.
Gotcha. So here's what I can. How much did you buy the mobile home for?
The second one?
Yeah, the second one.
$3,000.
$3,000. Did it have a tenant in it?
No.
Okay, yeah. Because I was like, I don't understand why you would sell something for $3,000 when you could rent it out for $800.
Right. Yeah. So here's the thing. I tell people, most people don't know the value of the mobile home, especially in the Midwest. The Midwest really has the stigma of the trailer trash and all those things like that. So even across the country, so as investors, while the people have this is still a gold mine for us because we can still get them at, low cost and still provide affordability without, price gouging or just being greedy. And it's just a win-win for a lot of people.
So the stigma actually helps in this scenario.
Yes.
Because they were like, you think ain't nothing here. Oh, y'all, I need $2,000 for it.
Exactly.
No problem. Get it off your hands.
Yes.
Wow.
Yes.
Wow. So they wanted to sell. How much money did you have to put into it?
So that house, you're going to laugh at this, $150. I just had to fix a window.
What?
That's it. I mean, literally, older lady kept the place spotless. Clean carpet, everything. She just wanted to get rid of it. And that's the thing. Again, I want to encourage the listeners. One tip I was going to tell you, you always want to understand why are they selling, right? You're going to understand they're paying. Most people when they're selling, either A, they have to move, they're in a dire situation, or they just tired of it. They're ready to upgrade. And so, you really just, once you get to understand, okay, how can I help you? Then, it's room for negotiation. I always tell people, say a number that scares you, right? I mean, the worst they can say is no, and you work your way up.
Got it. So you put $150 into it. And now you're charging you get it rent ready, find somebody, and they pay $800 a month.
Yes.
And you have to pay $375.
They have to pay. So the beautiful thing I love about it is
no way.
Yes. So the whole $800 is because again we want to be aligned with the average rent. So the lot rent, just again, that's since I'm a park owner now, every house pays us this lot fee. So as an investor, right, my job is to find somebody who's going to be able to afford that. And then, for example, make sure they get on a lease with the park and then they get on a lease with me.
So they were actually paying about 11 something.
No, they were paying the $800. They were paying me $428, and then they were paying the park the $372.
Gotcha. But they actually paid the other $400 to the park, not you.
Yes, correct.
Got it.
And so in that case, the reason. Oh, go ahead.
It almost seems like what happens if they don't pay the park?
I'd love you say that because that was going to lead to my next thing. So in the case, the family that we had in there, they were behind in the park. The park will evict them. And here's the thing, this industry is.
But not your mobile home.
No, they can't. I get the mobile home back because they went on a lease with the park. And so the thing is that we had a family in there after the first year and a half, they got behind with the park. Now, mind you, I was working out things. They had owed me 2 months behind, and I was letting them catch up. The park don't play no games. Park gave them 10 days, evicted them. Here, Byron's your house back. What do you want to do? You want us to buy it from you? Or I was like, cool. I end up finding another buyer. That same mobile home, I end up selling for $8,000.
Wow. So the mobile home will evict the person. Yo, and that's so crazy because the mobile home park puts pressure on them to pay you.
Yes. And here's the thing.
They got two people coming at their head.
Exactly.
Like,
you got to be responsible because, again, if you get into that lease and you have an investor, because normally most mobile home parks, for them is they can offer very affordable, right? Because a lot of times mobile home parks is our competition because they can say, hey, you know what? We'll rent it out for $525, and let's say that lot rent is only $300 because for them it's just like we're getting the land anyway, right? So I'm coming in trying to get average rent, and so it just really depends on. I always tell people I'm looking for one buyer. I'm gonna get a lot of no's, but I'm looking for one buyer. But so if you're buying from an investor, you have to make sure that you on your P's and Q's to make sure you can pay the park, and then you can pay your landlord.
How easy is it to buy a mobile? Is it like buying a car where they just give you the title, you sign and cash it?
Exactly. That's how simple it is. That's what I love about it because it's not as strenuous. We don't know title companies, no attorneys, like none of that. It's literally, like I said, it's a car title. Well, and it is a car title, a manufactured home title, and a bill of sale.
So it's almost like a land grab until the government gets hip to it. Like, hold on, because at some point. They can't let all this money just be off the table.
So what I love that you say that. So the administration before, they were actually considering mobile homes to get allowed to get on Section 8 because for them, they wanted to solve a problem. Like I understand, right? If you own a property and you got Section 8 tenants, you can get Section 8 as long as they got the voucher. So for them, they looked at it as Ben Carson was like, yo, okay, we losing a lot of money. If we give Section 8 to mobile homes, they can pay off their mobile home, and now our hands is off as the government. So as an investor, I'm like, all right, come on, y'all gonna do it? Y'all gonna do it? Come on, but I'm not sure if that's gonna get put on the back burner. But yeah, they were considering.
Wow. All right, so give me some like testimonies from your students. No. Before we can get there. All right. So your second mobile home, you bought it. Put $150 in it, found a super steal. I feel like you got over it a little bit. That's crazy. $150. It's a blessing.
Yeah,
right?
It's a blessing.
So what do you do with the money now?
So that we just keep investing. The next deal, I actually go back to the first park, and this one is funny because the park manager, this was my homeboy, he got fired. So I'm thinking like, oh man, like okay, now I gotta try to go in and start over, get a relationship. And the funny thing, to this day, we're actually really good friends, but the new park manager, we got into it because I call, I'm just like, hey, I just want to, introduce myself and, let you guys know I invest in the park and things. And she just snappy with me because she was having a bad day. And I was just killing her with kindness, but she hung up on me and everything. But then when we talked face to face, different tune. But to apologize, she said, hey, I got a lady that's selling her house. She's asking $4,000 for, you think can help her out. I go look at the house, amazing. I say, okay, yeah. So I go get a lady, I give her $4,000. Come back, I put it on. I always tell people, as soon as I get a house, I go list it for at least 3 times the price. Right. So with that particular house, I listed for $16,000 because I know people want, give people room for negotiation. I end up finding a cash buyer 2 weeks later for $12,000 for that house.
Wow, goodness gracious.
Yeah.
So since you started in 2018,
yes,
right? Like top 18 or bottom 18?
Top 18.
Okay. So it's been about all 18, all 19, so about almost 3 years.
Yes.
Right? How many mobile homes do you think you bought?
I think with the team and everything, we're right at 50. We were right at a 50 mark, and then that's when we was like, let's pivot to mobile home parks. Yeah. So we kind of, for us, we wanted to pour more into education, because don't get me wrong, it was cool, but it was no mobile home parks close to Chicago. So, I'm talking about 2 hours on the road. My man Jose took a road trip with us out there, man, and we were just on the road. So, that was starting to kind of get, taking a toll. And, we wanted to find something efficient, and we kept on saying we wanted to get in the mobile home park space. So we shifted our focus, and, I would say the last home that I actually purchased, I bought one this year, right in the pandemic, right in May. After the pandemic, she say, right in May, and that was the last one, but we still had mobile home park dreams, but we slowed up, and again, we got 217 units, now, so it's just it's amazing. So yeah,
goodness, great. So how much is a park?
So our first park, we got it.
How'd you find it?
So beautiful. So again, EYL opened up so many doors, and my partner Charlie, he sent us a message like, "Hey man, I really love the interview. You knew what you're talking about." And he had originally was going to give me a deal where he has a park in Indiana. He was going to give me 19 free homes. I'm like, "Yo, you can have these. Just fix them up." Yes. Oh man, in this journey, I've got.
Where did you get 19 homes from?
Well, he had a mobile home community. This was his mobile home community. And as an owner, the biggest thing as an owner, if you see like those mobile home parks that look kind of like, depleted, they need help. And so for me, the value is I have people that want to invest. So for us, it's like, we can open up the doors. Like just allow my friends to come in here and invest, and we can all, come up together. Wow. And so, he offers that deal, and at the time I couldn't really find anybody to do the work, but we still kept in touch. We built a great relationship, and he hit me like, "Yo, I got a deal. You want to get on?" I'm like, "Yeah." You know what I mean? Like, let's do it. And, he presented that deal to us, and the numbers made sense. The park, that 51 unit, it was was originally 1.4 million, but he ended up getting it for 1.1 million. And then like we always, you had to leverage other people's money, small community bank, right? We had to come up with 30% of that. Voila, we got the park.
Wow. So what is the income potential in the park?
So that 50.
And let me ask you this: out of the 51 out of the 51 mobile homes, how many of them are owned already?
So they're out of the 51, only 10 are not. Only 10 are park owned homes, meaning we own the homes as well. But what we're going to do, we're going to turn those to rent to own because we want our tenants to own their own house.
Because then that HOA or whatever it's called.
Because we still collect it, right? But it's less. The reason why we believe in having tenants own their homes because it's less maintenance, right? Because at the end of the day, as again, if you're a landlord, somebody breaks something, you got to fix it. Yeah. So the biggest thing is like, we got to get home ownership. So that way, they understand that, hey, if I break it, I'll fix it. Yes. But income wise, so that one right there, sort of the first thing was that 1.1, we end up getting appraised for 1.7.
Oh, so you walking in?
So we walking in with equity. Yeah. Exactly. We walking in with equity. A year and a yearly, I think in that park, look at my notes, but I know we're netting about 104K.
Wow. So you'll net 104,000. Yo, you know what? I just could never understand why somebody would sell that, bro. In 10 months, you'll have the money that somebody would buy.
So I'm gonna tell you why. So in America, there's over 45,000 mobile home communities, right? I mean, I tell people mobile homes are just American as hot dogs. And so 4,000 are institutionally owned, meaning corporations own them. It's larger players really get into it. Like this year alone, Blackstone dumped $550 million in the mobile home park industry. Why? It was the top performing. Mobile home parks and storage facilities were the top 2 performing industries during the pandemic.
Oh, wow.
100% rent rolls.
Wow.
So, a lot of investors are like, okay, I need to get in that sector. So most mobile home parks are owned, we call them mom and pop parks, right? They're owned, they've been in the family. And so a lot of these people, they want to retire. They're like, I don't want the responsibility anymore. The kids don't want it. So as investors, we like, let's help, and again, this is how we solve the affordable housing crisis. This is how we have our part. And so you're talking about over 41,000 mobile home communities that can potentially, be invested in. And so it's like a gold rush right now. I think over the last few years, you've been seeing more major players dive into it. But for us, one thing is nobody looked like us that was in this sector. And so, me and my queen, we saw opportunity, and this is the reason why, we wanted to really, really start educating people, because it's like, we know about real estate. We know about wholesale. What about mobile home investing? Yeah. Let's not forget. Let's get our piece of this pie.
Yeah. So walk me through somebody. What do you think the least amount of money is that I need to get started? Yeah.
So the good thing in Georgia, we've had students, buy homes $1,500, anywhere from $1,500 upwards to like $12,000. We've seen returns. Oh man, I have to shout out one of our students. She purchased a mobile home for $6,000. She's actually here in Atlanta. Shout out Sharita.
Where did she buy it at?
She bought it. Oh man, I want to say is it Lawrenceville?
I want to see. Does she have that home on her Instagram?
we have her.
I want to see it. I want to see it.
All right, cool.
I want to, because in my head, maybe I'm looking at it. I don't know. I want to see what type of.
What it looks like. Yeah. Oh yeah, I got you. Yeah, if you go on our page, nothing but testimonies. Let me find her. But she paid $6,000 for it, and she was able to flip it. I think it went for $23,000. It was crazy. Let me find this one, man.
Yeah, I need to see what these mobile homes are looking like.
Oh man,
because I don't know if I imagine every mobile home. It's like
so here's one.
It's like a big minivan.
This is one, brother. Purchased mobile home for $7,500, sold it for $13,500 in Georgia. $6K profit, 80% ROI. That's the inside of his mobile home.
Wow, that's like,
man, I'm telling you, our Atlanta people, man, are doing their thing. Let's see.
Let me see that. Let me see the outside of one of these mobile homes. Oh. Too bad for $2,500.
$2,500. Let's see. I think we had swiped over. Oh, that's it.
Do you get deals all the time coming to your email?
Oh man, all the time.
Can I get one?
Man. Yeah. For sure. I mean, honestly,
I want a really good deal.
Bro, I'm telling you, man. And listen, after they see this, you're gonna get a lot of deals sent to you. I'm telling you, bro. No,
really?
Yes. Oh man.
What is the headache? Like, why don't people want this? It seems like
so.
Easy
here's the
money.
thing. Most people think it's saturated. Well, in Atlanta, should I say, but they're not across the country. And it's not as saturated. We have a lot of people that are in Atlanta that's taking action. I think that what happens is they get tired of getting no's, because some parks are like, no, you can't come and do this, right? Because they had bad experience in investors. Now, here's the thing. As a park owner,
do what? Buy more homes?
So here's the thing. As a park owner, our biggest fear is somebody coming and buying a home and moving out of our park. Because again, these are mobile homes. You can't drive them, but you can take a truck, hitch it, leave. That spot is going to cost me at least $22,000 to fill up that spot.
Why?
Because for one, bringing a new home into it, right? I got to find a new home. So hopefully that home is under $5,000. And if the house is $5,000 or so, then it's probably like a 1970 or something that's been sitting there and it never been moved. Also, the transportation, that can cost me another $5,000 or so. I have to prep that land, right? So now, for example, let's say a pad, they damage or anything like that. I now have to prep that land. And so all in those costs, it can definitely just, as an owner, you're like, yo, you cut into my margins now. Now it's going to take me in lot rent. It's going to take me a few years just to get that back. So some parks kind of got a bad taste in their mouth because people have went in there. Because it's funny because it's like the Wild Wild West right now. People are buying parks and guess what? They lack houses. So now they may say, hey, Dave, you know what? You're interested in mobile home investing, right? Well, if you go find me some homes, I'll pay you. So you're like, oh, okay, no, without a doubt. I see this home for sale, but you go into somebody else's park and now you go get that home, they can go buy it. Even though the park has it's called first right to refusal. So if somebody comes to my park, I have the first right to say, no, I can buy it from you. And they'll say, okay, you want to buy it from me? Give me $35K. No. All right, cool. I'm out of here. So it's like the Wild Wild West, and so people are it's crazy, man. Oh man, it's
which
dirty.
Is another income opportunity if you think about it. Like, all right, bet. Like, I don't know mobile home park.
Yes,
that seems like a play right there.
It's crazy, man. It's man. But again, our Georgia students are killing it. Shout out to everybody in GA that's doing their thing, man.
Give me the most challenging situation you've dealt with over these last 3 years.
So I would say for me the most challenging was I had a plumber. This guy, I should have known when I had a plumbing job. I had in Chicago, it gets frigid up there, right? Mm-hmm. So we forgot to winterize the home. And we had busted pipes and everything, and so the job got quoted me about $2,000. All right, I had another guy, so I find this guy, and he's like, "Yo, I can do it. I'll do it for $800." So again, my cheap self like, "Oh, bro, $800, cool." But when I see him, he one of these. He antsy and everything, and I'm just like, okay, I know sometimes they can do good work, So I'm like, I may get bro a chance.
Cheap to the next level.
Oh my goodness, man! This dude, I gave him the opportunity. He's like, yo, order the supplies. Ran off with everything. Didn't answer his calls, anything like that. I'm just like, bruh, are you serious? And I think in materials, I probably paid about probably $800 in materials. But again, so far it hasn't been bad. But again, that was just
been the biggest loss.
The biggest loss. I haven't took I've been blessed to say I have not took a loss. Even a problem home, I know how to make our money back on the long run versus, just kind of just being just a total loss. But that's my biggest loss. Somebody running off with the money.
Goodness gracious. It really seems like free money.
Yeah,
especially because everybody probably got like $1,500, $2,000, maybe not everybody, but laying around to kind of put it in. Mm-hmm. So you get some really good deals to your email, right? That you're not necessarily interested in buying mobile homes, like that. Mm-hmm. Jose, why you got one? Did you get a mobile home?
I'm working on it. I got the other stuff.
Oh yeah, you got regular real estate.
Right.
Nah, fam, that ain't the wave no more. Okay, it's all about mobile. All right, so I want to get one.
Let's do it, man.
I want to get a mobile. How much management does it take?
So the beautiful thing, if you do rent to own, no management, right? If you provide that, if you flipping, no management, or I tell people you could even wholesale. If you want to go no money in, you can wholesale homes.
Yo, this is wild. This is so wild, bro. So, all right, so walk me through like a wholesale deal.
Yeah, so I would tell people you're in a helping business, right? So a wholesale deal is, let's say you go in the park, you're driving for dollars, see a for sale sign. The first thing I encourage people to do is, call them, see what's up. I always ask people, hey, how are you marketing your home? Is this the only way you're marketing your sign, or what you doing? They may say Craigslist, Facebook, okay. Then I'll lay it on the line. Have you tried Let Go? Have you tried OfferUp? Have you tried eBay? Have you tried Garage Sale? So now they like, no. Okay, cool. Well, listen, I offer a service where I can help you sell your home. I can help you market it free of charge, right? And then I'll take my money on the back end. Now they're kind of interested. Okay, cool. Yeah. So then what's the lowest you'll take for this house? Now they kind of, okay, well, I'll take, if they was listening, let's say it was listening for 10,000. I'll take 7 for it. Awesome. So now my job is I can get them. Now most of my wholesale deals been verbal, but I encourage people, you just want to get a purchase agreement. That way you get something on paper. Mm-hmm. Now I'm marketing the house. So I'm gonna tell you, go market that house for 15,000. Right? Because now you want to get you some margin, because even if somebody says they'll pay 10, right, you make $3,000 for it, right?
Yeah, for sure.
So now you're marketing, you find some potential buyers. I encourage people to at least do like some open houses. Let your seller know, hey, we're going to bring some people through, learn everything you can about that house, so people can ask you. So that way they don't try to look at the seller and be like, okay, when he leave, I'm gonna go talk to him, right? And now you got your potential buyer. You want to marry the two. So the buyer, you agree with the seller. I tell people you just need to close with two bill of sales, and I'm actually giving y'all about $2,000 worth of game.
Appreciate it.
But you go to your seller. You have your bill of sale for your seller, your bill of sale for your buyer. Your seller agreed at 7. Your buyer agreed at 10. So your buyer, the first thing you do, you make sure you get the title from the seller. I tell them you go ahead and you want to post date a check, because you already know that check gonna clear from your buyer, cashier's check. Post date the seller, hey, you're gonna be paid tomorrow or so, right? Deal, give me the title. Now, new bill of sale. We agreed to 10,000. Here's your title. Here's your keys. Thank you guys. We did a wholesale deal.
Wow. Goodness great. And it's all in the course?
Yeah.
Like the details in the course?
I gave them some. Someone gonna be mad at me, man. But I gotta hook them up.
Nah, we appreciate that.
Yeah.
So, wow, I don't know why people do regular real estate. It's like, well, obviously it's higher numbers,
higher margins.
But for somebody that is, looking to like make some investments and like really flip some of the money that they have kind of stashed, or like I wish I was introduced to this while I was working at the Cheesecake Factory, because I'll come home with a couple $100. You put it aside. It's easier to save $2,000 than it is to save, a $20,000 down payment for a house.
It's amazing. Like we have a queen, her and her husband. We went on live. This is about 2 weeks ago. We went on live, and I had some people come on live, and they was like, "Oh my God, you guys' course changed my life. Like since March, we made $104,000." I was like,
"What?"
We just like, and we just like, wait, what? They're like, yeah, we made $104,000. We've done over 13 deals, and I'm just like. And so that's the beautiful thing for us. Like we all tell people, I want you to surpass us. Like if you got the means to do it, go. right? There's no competition. Go. And every day we're hearing somebody like, oh yeah, man, I turned 3,500 into 10,000, or I turned 16,000 into 40,000, because every market varies, right? Because in Georgia, yeah, I can buy a mobile home for $6,000, but in California, that same exact mobile home is going to cost me, let's say San Diego, $75,000, right? But I can sell that $75,000 mobile home for $140,000. So it all depends on your market as well.
All right, so I don't know if where are these mobile home parks, man?
So
in Georgia. And yo, can I see a park? Because in my head, and just excuse my ignorance, I think like it's the dirt road where you see the rocks a little bit in the grass. It's not a whole lot of grass.
I'm gonna show you an aerial view of our park, right? So that way you kind of get a better idea of what it looks like.
Yeah, I need to see that.
So here's an aerial view of our park.
It is one you bought for $1.4 million.
Yep. 1.1.
1.1, yeah. Okay. Is that concrete or is that dirt?
So it's gravel.
Gravel. Gotcha.
We're probably gonna pave it. We may pave it.
You'll pave it with like street?
Yeah,
like
we're probably
concrete?
gonna pave it. I think that's inside of our in some of our costs. I think we can go ahead and pave it.
Is that an empty lot right there?
Yep, empty lot. So we can bring in a home. I think we got a total of 2 or 3 empty lots that we can bring new homes into.
Wow, this is kind of cool, man, because you could do some stuff like in the community.
Oh man.
Like if you wanted to like in that little park right there, it feels like where kids could play or something like that.
Exactly. So that's the thing about bringing value. So most mobile home park owners, what we do is, for one, we want to bring in picnic tables. We want to bring in some swing sets, possibly a gazebo, right, where they can barbecue at. You want to create, most mobile home parks are, when I tell you like the sense of community, everybody knows each other. Everybody knows each other, right? So when you to bring value, you do things like that, right? Beautification awards. Who has the best lawn and things like that. Like you just really want to continue giving them a sense of community, because, you don't want to just be like, oh, yep, here's a trailer park and forget about it. And you'll see some owners who have really forgot about their community, and you can tell when you pull up to it, right? It's some stuff I remember I was here with Ramon Tooks, and he told me about a mobile home park. I go there, I didn't even want to get out of my car. I forgot what side it's on. They told me it was like a bad side, but I was just like, yo, what is this? It was like little Haiti in that thing, man. I was like, yeah, no, I'm cool on this one, man. I'm cool on this one.
Yo, I really, just looking at it, I really feel like, and when I looked at like the mobile home park you just showed me, and kind of just some ideas in my head, I didn't immediately think, wow, I can make some money. It makes me feel like, yo, I can bring a sense of pride.
Yes.
To an area, probably there might be some, people that just like mobile homes, but most of those people have lower income.
Yes,
right.
Yes.
In that environment, you can change the environment and uplift the spirits of the people that live there.
Oh yeah, and one thing, man, I tell people, like, for really what got me in here, I'm gonna be honest. So, and living in Chicago, I saw everybody that didn't look like us buying up our neighborhoods, right? Buying the hood up, and so for me, it was just like, okay. It's a different hood. I want to buy up this hood.
Yeah.
Right? And I want ownership, and I want to be able to bring this money back to my community. And at the same time, I want to have a safe place, because God forbid something happens to our community and they get pushed out. Now we got a place for you to go. Here's the fresh start for you. Mobile home park.
Wow. Are there certain levels of like prestigious mobile homes? Kinda?
Oh yes, San Fran has a $1 million mobile home park. When talking about the homes go for $1 million. San Diego has a mobile home community, $1 million. And I mean, like, yes, like if you look up, Google $1 million mobile home, yes, Elvis Presley lived in a mobile home. And here's some quick history on it. Mobile homes were originally for the wealthy. So the DuPonts, the Rockefellers, what happened was when they were building the railroad system, they were tired of staying in hotels, right? And so they're like, okay, what can we build? So they had yacht masters. You see it?
The $4 million mobile home. There's a $4 million mobile home.
Yeah, it's Cali, right?
Wow.
Yeah, it's crazy, man. Yeah, so they start building these things that can move, and that's how it started. So literally through the 40s, through the 50s, mobile homes were for the wealthy, and after World War II, they had so much aluminum left, and so they're like, what can we do with this? And that's why if you look at most mobile homes are made with aluminum. So they were bringing the soldiers back, and the government invested heavily into mobile homes, and so that's why we start seeing an influx of most mobile homes. They're in rural areas like suburbia, and that's where the influx of mobile home parks came from.
Goodness gracious. What's the average time it takes to find a mobile home, buy it, and flip it?
So I feel like if you're diligent every day, I would say you can find a mobile home within, less than a month, 2 weeks if you're diligent, if you're able to go out and see it. To sell is all about marketing. So we tell you the minute you get it, you begin marketing. You need to bring traffic in. You can get it done in 30 days. You can honestly get it done in 30 days, but I tell people anywhere from 30 at the longest to 120 days. If you get past that part, is something kind of going wrong in your marketing, or you didn't do your market research and you bought it inside of a park that is not desirable for nobody to live in.
Got you. Wow, this is a good business for someone to get started in, like just on the side in addition to their income.
Yes. Oh, definitely. And that's why so many people like gravitate towards, because it's like, I've been wanting to get in real estate, because that's how I was. I had wanted to get in real estate, but once I lost my job, there goes my mortgage, right? There goes somebody want to lend me some money. So now it's just like, okay, like I'm pretty sure if I go to the bank or if I go somewhere, I can at least get $5,000 to $10,000, right? And so, I tell people it's like group economics. Like if you got $2,000, your friend got $2,500, and this other person, go team up. Like, don't worry about the small margins. Just continue building it. It's just very lucrative, and we see a lot of people doing that teamwork.
Yeah. What do you think the best place right now, based on your experience, where a mobile home? Like, what's a good state? What's a good city?
Man, Georgia, Ohio.
What cities in Georgia?
So I remember Lawrenceville. I'm trying to think off the top of my head. I wish. Lawrenceville, most of the stuff on the outskirts. Like even if when you start going to like even like Columbus and you start going around Macon, and those savannas, man, I mean, literally a lot of mobile homes, because Georgia has, I want to say you guys have about 800 mobile home parks. I normally have a map that I have, but yeah, you guys have a great amount of communities, and you can even go to Alabama or so. But Georgia, Ohio, Illinois, Iowa, Florida, Central Florida is crazy, really? Man. Florida has over 3,900 mobile home communities. Texas, the state of Texas, that has the largest, over 5,100 mobile home communities. I mean, they're everywhere except for Hawaii.
5,100 communities.
Yes, the largest, 5,100 mobile home communities.
Now that I'm thinking about it, like just like images in my head, I've been through some mobile home communities. Because I'm thinking at a mobile home, it looks like a long minivan.
Exactly, right.
Or like
a long
tube,
stretch.
the little gray joints. But that's a house, and you could just tell because it has like the skirt around it.
Yes, yep. The skirting around, and again, that skirting just covers up, because again, they're mobile, right? So I mean, most of their wheels are detached, but again, that skirting just covers up so the house doesn't get cold or anything like that. Keeps animals from underneath. But nowadays the new mobile homes, oh man, dude, I tell you, I'm talking. They got upstairs, downstairs mobile homes. I mean, square footage wise, 1,500 square foot. They're crazy, man. I mean, you could tell the change of what they're doing in mobile homes, and I mean, it's amazing. I'm curious to see what this industry is going to look like in the next 10 years.
Yeah. So what is your goal now? Obviously, because you've been through the fire, you probably. Kind of been through all the hiccups, done some stuff wrong, and now you're buying the mobile home parks.
Yes.
Is that your major play right now? Just getting as many parks as possible now.
Yes. 2021, we said we want 10 parks, right? And the reason why we like parks, because not to say I got distracted. I got a buddy named Ron, and what he does is he buys small businesses, right? He does acquisitions. And when he told me that, I'm like, oh, I want to do that, right? I'll skip these mobile homes. And he was just like, be patient, because what you're doing, if you buy a mobile home park, that is an acquisition. You're buying a business. And I'm like,
you're buying money.
Exactly. And I'm just like, no brainer, because it operates itself, right? It comes with a staff, it comes with our park manager. So it's really hands off. And so, I look at it like that's the part of the game. When I look at the Robert F. Smiths, and I looked at the Reginald Lewis, like they were in the acquisition game. They were buying pre-existing companies. So this is my way to buy real estate companies, which is the mobile home parks that run themselves, and continue to build my portfolio.
You're right, bro. In terms of like the super wealthy, they buy businesses.
Yes.
They buy stuff that makes money.
Yes.
Oh, I need to start buying some of these like entrepreneurs.
There
like
you go.
t-shirt companies. There you go. Yeah. Like, yo, Dave, I want to help my. Okay, all right, just there. Give me some equity. Let's roll with it.
Yep.
Insane. Who's more in the business, you or your lady?
So we're both in it. I would say I'm more boots on the ground. She's more operational, behind the scenes. She's the boss. I tell her she can delegate. I'm, if I delegate to somebody next, I'll tell them I'll end up jumping in hands on and helping. Yeah. She like, Byron, wait. No. That's what we paid him for, Byron. And so, the queen always keeps me in line. She continue. If I feel like I can't do it, she's giving me that pep talk to be like, no, you said this is what we're going to do. So this is what we're doing. So, man, she's my rock, man. And, again, we're both in it. And again, even on the park side, she's like, let me see the numbers. If I see something, I could be excited, but she like, no, that's cool and all, but let me see those numbers. So, again, she a big boss, man.
You know what? It's making sense now, because before we started recording, you were talking to Jose about a park course.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
So as you acquire the park, you're going to start teaching how to get the park.
Yes.
Because that's the next step.
Yes, I look at it. Everything I learned, I want to share, right? I mean, at least put it out there. It's up to the individual. What they say, you can lead a horse to water, but you can't let them,
force them
to drink. And that's my thing, right? I'm gonna put the information out there. I'm gonna show you how to do it step by step, but it's up to you. So at the end of the day, I want us to have a market share, right? Last year, shout out my bro and sis Jay and Samara. They're another couple that has a program called Trailer Cash Academy, and both of us, we're the two largest African American instructors of mobile home investing. So we went to the Mobile Home Hall of Fame in Elkhart, Indiana, and we went together, and to me that really meant something. But the wall, it was nobody looked like us.
The Mobile Home Hall of Fame.
Man, it's Mobile Home and RV Hall of Fame. So this is where the larger players are honored, who've really been pioneers in this industry. It's a small industry. It really is it's a tight knit industry. Everybody kind of knows each other, and
so you're like a big deal when you walk in the room.
I guess now,
Right.
It's funny. A lot of more people, they'll know who I am. I'm just like, wow. I mean, I'm just still humble. I'm still on this roller coaster ride. And we went there, and the whole wall, nobody looked like us. No black individuals on that wall. And we was like, yo, we getting on this wall. We gonna knock down the door. We gonna get on this wall.
What's required to get on the wall?
That I don't know, but I think we should be on the wall right now.
Wow. Insane. You and the friend you just talked about, did y'all get in around the same time? Or?
Yeah, so they actually started before us. I think they started about a year before us. And we, again, social media, I seen a video with them.
They probably didn't get on EYL though.
No.
That's the cheat code.
Right, the cheat code. And, I reached out to them, just like, yo, we seen you guys, and we ended up talking on the phone. And, I think at the time they weren't teaching, but we was, and we was just like, yo, y'all need to teach this too, because and I learned so much from them, because they were actually dealers down in Arizona. So they was giving us game, and we was like, yo, that's dope. And it was just like, yo, you guys need to teach that too. And it's like, we were thinking about it, and we was like, no, put it out. Let's put it out there. And, they have a heavy YouTube presence. We have a heavy Instagram presence. And it's just like, me and bro, we talk almost every other day. And I'm probably going to see him this weekend because it's next weekend because it's his birthday. But, it was just like, it was no competition. Right. Let's collaborate, and we know what we're doing. And we together, we've changed so many lives.
And you've introduced over 3,500 people to investing in mobile homes.
I think more than that. I think, following wise, I think we're right at with all of our platforms right at 85K. And so a lot of people know about it.
How many? 3,500 courses.
3,500 courses, yes.
Amazing.
Yeah. Thank you.
So, there's got to be something Give me the downside. Give me
downside, okay.
When you see people, because nothing's 100%.
Oh yeah.
When you see people not reach success in mobile homes, what does it do to?
Not educating themselves, right? They see this podcast, they like, oh, yo, I'm getting into that. I don't know what I'm doing, but I'm gonna jump in there. So now here's the things they do. They don't build relationships with the park at times, right? Again, the park is the gatekeeper, right? I get, like, me honestly, like, even my park, I don't want nobody who just watched this podcast and doesn't know what they're doing to come in and try to buy a house.
Right.
They going honestly, they're not gonna cost me money, but they're gonna cost themselves money and time. And so, just being educated on it, understanding the importance of relationships. Here's the number one thing I see people do. So there are way more mobile homes on private land than there are in mobile home communities, right? So people, again,
there's more mobile homes on private land than there's
in mobile home communities.
Okay, got you. So somebody can just buy some land and put a
mobile home on there, right? And again, and after this, I'm gonna tell you a cheat code to that as well. So again, so a lot of people
that must be in the course.
No, this one I don't. But again, I'm gonna go ahead and give you guys a hack. But so what happens is they'll see a mobile home that needs to be moved off private land, right? And people are like, yo, but they don't have a place to move it. So they'll go buy it. And then the people are like, yo, get this off my land. And they're like, well, I don't have anything. And so now you got a big headache because now you're trying to shop this old raggedy thing to mobile home parks. And they're like, we don't want that. So you put yourself in a bind because you didn't know what you was doing. You just saw $1,000 or whatever the price was, and now you stuck on somebody. You bought something that's on somebody else's land, and they like, okay, if you don't get it, we gonna get somebody else to get it, and I ain't giving your money back.
Oh, so mobile home on private land, I buy it, but if I can't find a place to take it, then I'm just stuck.
SOL. Yes.
Wow.
We've seen that. People are DMing us like, and we'll ask them, you got the course? Well, no. And so I'm gonna say
that interview. I was on the free webinar. Yo, first off, you cannot get rich off of webinars.
Facts.
You have to buy whatever they're selling at the end. Okay, just be very, very clear. Okay, I'm sorry.
That's a fact though. And we see that it's just more just not knowing. And it's not the fact. I tell people, if it ain't my program, if it's not my bro and sis program, if it's like, just get educated on it, right? That's it. Like, I don't mind. Like, if you tell me you invested in something, cool, but just get educated on it. And that's one thing I really see people make big mistakes on is buying that home on. And because I'll tell them, if somebody's selling on private land, offer them, ask them how much they're gonna sell you the house and the land for.
Yeah.
Now you ain't got to worry about that. And the reason why I tell people the hack is buying mobile homes on land, because here's the thing. Mobile homes on land is considered real estate. Mobile homes inside of a mobile home community is personal property. So the difference is when it's real estate, I can go comp it. So let's say it's some houses up the street selling for $200,000. I can go put my mobile home on my acreage of land on it for $150,000. I can go comp it.
How much is it to build a mobile home?
So mobile homes, they're built in a factory that I would say to actually build.
You gotta build it, then get it moved there.
Give it shipped. So that's the thing about mobile homes. The reason why they're not, so mobile homes are kind of regulated, and here's the reason why. Mobile homes actually threaten builders. Because here's the thing, right? You got to think about unions, construction, new construction, everything is built from the ground up. Mobile homes are built inside of a factory like an assembly line. You're right. They're put together, and then I think Clayton Homes. That's one of the largest. Warren Buffett owns Clayton Homes, by the way. One of the largest. Some of their facilities can crank out 30 homes a day plus.
Dang,
30 homes, a whole home, right? Put together in a day. And I mean, again, they're regulated, HUD regulated, and everything. But it's assembly line, just like a car. They got a system. Put them up, gone. Right. That threatens builders. Because if I can crank all these out, why do I need y'all building houses, right? But America doesn't want a bunch of mobile homes all over the place. So it's kind of regulated. Like last year, it was over 19,000 mobile homes that hit the market. And so the biggest thing is, again, to normally, like I said, to the cost that I don't have the exact answer, but normally when they're brand new, they're as low as, depending on, let's say a brand new single wide, depending on the market, as low as 40,000.
Okay. So if I find a land, actually, we was looking at some land one time and it was like $5,000, right, for the land. But then some real estate people, they kind of like made me nervous. They like, you got to test the land for your build on. Because I'm thinking, if I get this land, I could build a house.
Exactly.
But it's not as easy as just building a house.
Right.
But if you get some land, all you have to do is prep the land to put the mobile home on, right?
Yep, get it zoned. Go to the municipality and get it zoned. Normally, just a mobile home takes about 6,000 square feet. That's all you need, 6,000 square feet. And had an electric company come out, put a pole for electric, had a gas come out, right? Set up the gas. Those all you need. Now, most mobile homes on land, if you want it, they say secure. It depends on how hard your land is. But they always encourage to put concrete down, pretty much a concrete slab. A lot of mobile homes are sometimes about 40, anywhere from 40 as long as like 53 foot long.
Just not in a park though, right?
In a park?
Yeah.
Yeah. Are they long?
No, I'm talking about like they don't put concrete slabs.
Oh yeah,
down.
so most mobile homes, they're under, actually is concrete slab under there.
Gotcha. Okay.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
And so they once you prep that, and the reason why they have that on there, because it's easier for the truck to just move it on there.
Yeah.
Let go. They go ahead and set up. And when they say set up is basically tying it down, right, to some stakes. They got it in the ground, put the skirting around it, all the hookups, water hookups, gas, electric. We in business.
Gotcha. So right now it's easier to just buy a home than build from the bottom.
Oh, it's way easier to buy a mobile home and get it moved on there.
Gotcha. Do you have any in your community that's
new
for sale?
So our new community, yes. So the one we're going to be closing on, it's a total of 3 communities. I think all in all we have.
Oh, y'all closing on 3 kind of simultaneously?
Yes. Yep. We got a package
deal. Is it
deal.
all yourself or you got?
We got a team. So this last one was 4 of us. The one before, it was 5 of us. So that's the biggest thing. Group economics. Group economics. Good. Yeah.
So you have some available on your
the new one, yes, and I'm gonna send you those once we go ahead and close. You should be closing today.
Can I get
Actually,
that?
I got you, bro.
How much are they?
So here's the thing. I'm gonna go on and I know my partner gonna be like, what? I'm gonna give you a free home, bro.
I'm gonna get a home?
I'm gonna give you a free home. I promise I'm gonna give you a free home. And we just gonna find the staff. I got you. I'm gonna give you a free home, bro.
Oh man,
I understand how it is, and
I'm officially gonna be like the #1 cheerleader. You'll make way more money. I can get them all.
I'll give you a free home because we have, again, that's, as investors, that's what we want to do, right? And what I tell people is the advantage of us. What we have is we have the people, and if we grow together, when I say grow together, is we allow people to come in there and invest, and then allow them to provide somebody for affordable housing, it's a win-win. The family wins, the investor wins, we win. And that's what it's about. And most mobile home park owners, they don't think like that. What they think is, not to say scarcity, but they're like, okay, we got to police it. No, we got to be okay who we let in our community. No, don't let those investors in because they may snatch out our home. You just lay down the law. So, no, you cannot move this home out of here. Yeah. Okay. And hey, listen, you come in, here's some free lot rent. Take a month or 2 free lot rent, get this house up, and then help me find a family in there. Because the long-term goal is to make money.
And that's dope because like you're gonna get the lot rent regardless. Wow.
Yep.
That is awesome.
Yeah, man. Appreciate it.
All right, look, I want to get on the next lot y'all.
I got you.
Let me get my feet wet in the mobile home space.
I got you, man.
Yo, that is awesome,
and
man.
Listen,
I'm so excited.
And listen, if it's not in PA, if you want a closer one, I just came back from North Carolina. Shout out my family, Dedrick, Polite, and Crystal. But I just left North Carolina, and we're looking at a 25 unit together. Ooh. So I think.
What part of PA?
PA is Greensburg, PA. It's right outside of Pittsburgh.
Okay.
And then in North Carolina, we're right in that Raleigh-Durham area.
That's dope. So 10 mobile home lots, land. What's it called?
Oh, parks?
Parks.
Yeah.
10 parks in 2021.
Oh yeah,
you're gonna do it, man.
I appreciate you, man.
And I think you're gonna do it, 1, because I can tell you're passionate.
Appreciate you, man.
2, like your intentions are in the right place, and like people get behind somebody who knows that they have their best interest in heart. You know what I'm saying?
Thank you.
And like you don't come here flashy and all that. Like you'll run it like your flight came in and he was like, what he say? He's like, man, I'm so sorry, man. I'm like, it's all good, bro. I don't got nothing else to do.
I respect time, man. And again, it's always an honor, and I think it's so cool because in this same room, EY had their event. And I remember coming up to you. And again, I know you probably, you things are going on. Because matter of fact, I think you had the event with ET like right afterwards. Like it was like the next day or so. So I know you had to get things. I'm like, yo, bro, I just want to tell you. I didn't even say my name. I was just like, yo, bro, I just want to tell you. Salute, man. I'm glad, I appreciate what you're doing. You're like, man, thank you, bro. And I knew, like, I'm gonna see bro again. I'm gonna see bro again. Yeah, exactly.
You know what I'm saying? Goodness gracious, this is awesome. All right, cool. So I know you just came into town. You got some work going on, but let the people know how they can get in touch with you, man.
Yeah, for sure. So for one, man, follow us on Instagram or Facebook at Mobile Home Elite Investors. Subscribe to the YouTube channel MH Elite Investors. There's so much free content. I tell people, watch every free thing we have. I'm not trying to sell you. Just watch everything. And then if you like, I need more, then you go ahead, invest in your education, and then go on our website, www.mobilehomeeliteinvestors.com. Reach out to us, via on DM and on Instagram or on Facebook. And, we respond to our DMs. So it may take some days we kind of get backed up, but we actually respond to you and you'll get a voice message from me most of the time.
Oh, wow. Dang, that just made me feel bad. I'm so bad. Bro, I'm hundreds in the hole right now.
It's just you though,
They just
right?
start piling.
Yeah. See, me and my girl, we tag team. She the boss. Byron is 20 DMs. Come on now. I'm okay. All right, babe. All right. So we go ahead and tackle
Let me
it.
step my game up. I'm talking to my queen. Yo, I need you help. See how his queen be helping him out? I need you help. Nah, she does it. All right. So, but thank you so much. And then
you.
gather some words of wisdom that you can leave with somebody. Oh, and also, we like to make predictions on the podcast. Nice. So, I'd like to know where you see yourself and your company, both professionally and personally, in the next 5 to 10 years, so that we can look at this video and say, yo, Byron said next 5 to 10 years, he's going to be here.
I love it. So in the next...
And be careful, because I said personal too, and your girl might be watching this.
Oh,
so
yeah.
She might,
well, baby,
have to say something about
baby,
this.
you going to have a ring, okay? You going to have a ring, okay? We going to get the dream wedding.
Get too far.
But no, definitely, a husband or father, that's definitely important to me.
How old are you, bro?
I'm 35.
Wow.
Yeah, 35. And
That's awesome.
thank you. So a husband and father, that's really, one of the things. And I also retiring my mother and father. My dad is already retired, but he likes still working. I don't know, he can't sit down. I'm my father 2.0, and then I'm retiring my mother. Also, it's just on the business side. I see us being in the top 100 of as far as mobile. Well, actually, I'm gonna say it's top 50 as largest mobile home park owners. I see us being the largest African American mobile home park owners in the country. And also a minority group. And I'll say we're gonna have 50 plus communities within the next 5 years, and in 10 years, I'll be 45. I think I'll be just going, traveling around, just speaking life into people, man. Yeah.
We're gonna be on tour together.
Let's get it, man. Let's get it, man.
Well, get some words of wisdom together, man. I want to let you guys know that this podcast is sponsored by The Morning Meetup, themorningmeetup.com, the only community where entrepreneurs gather every single morning to start, grow, and build a community around entrepreneurship. So literally we have between 120 and 150 entrepreneurs that join every single day, Monday through Friday, 8 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. So go to themorningmeetup.com and just start a trial for $1. Just see if you like our community or not. I'm on there every single morning. And we have just a whole host of guests, amazing speakers. Like this month, we're all on content creation. So every single day, like Jose been teaching the camera setup and how to brand yourself, all content creation. So we have an amazing community. So make sure you go to themorningmeetup.com. And this podcast is sponsored by Mobile Home Investors.
Yes, sir.
I need you to click the link below and get in this game with me. I'm going to post my deed when I get it. All right. So I need you to click the link, get in the game. Just this conversation, it really just opened my eyes and put me back in a place of working at the Cheesecake Factory, where if there was an opportunity where I can invest $1,500 and even flip it to $5,000 or $3,000, like that would be incredible. Let's learn together, let's grow together. And Byron, please, man, close us out.
Yes, for sure, man. So first and foremost, the biggest thing you got to do is believe in yourself. If anybody, here's the thing. I just did a podcast yesterday talking about friendships, and friendships are very key. And I would not be anywhere in my life without the new relationships that I created. And so what I mean by that is if you believe in yourself, you can show up to any room. And if you show up as your authentic self, they're going to take you as you are. And if you bring value to that room, and what I mean by value, people are like, what about value? What do you do great? What can you bring that's great to the room that you can bring value to other people? You bring value, you build relationships, your net worth will increase, guaranteed. So you truly got to believe in you first, be willing to do the work on self, and man, it'll take you anywhere.
You can't close it out no stronger than that. Make sure you go follow my boy on social media. Let's get in the course. Is there like a group of like Facebook group or something like that?
So we do have a Facebook group as well. It's a community. We charge $20 a month because we want serious investors in there.
Yeah, sure.
We had over 400 people in there, and we deep in Georgia. And it's a huge camaraderie. I love it. Every day we posting new deals in there. So it's amazing. It's an amazing community.
I love it. I can't wait, man. I can't wait to see you guys in the group. All right, peace.